My name is Paul Benjamin Osterlund. I'm an Istanbul-based journalist. I've been happy to call this city my home for 10 years. For people outside of Turkey, they may have many different ideas of what Istanbul's like and what it's like to be an Istanbulite. So we wanted to show you what a day in my life as an Istanbulite is like. I live in the neighborhood of Kurtuluş, a very nice cosmopolitan area close to the city center. Many people have their own cats at home, but there are also lots of cats in the street, and many of them are very well taken care of, and they're very accustomed to being around people and to being fed by people. Around here you see cats everywhere, on tops of cars, on tops of bikes, just hanging out in front of apartments. They're very well taken care of around here. This looks to be a local neighborhood cat. As you can see, it's very comfortable on this motorcycle. People feed them. They're very well fed, and they're definitely a part of the neighborhood. So what it says here on the wall is someone wrote asking for people to buy eye drops for the cats, because sometimes cats get infections in their eyes. So people who live in the area who like taking care of the cats will buy things from the veterinarian, and they'll try to help cats that are sick. One of my absolute favorite parts of Istanbul are the old city walls. Perhaps because not only are you looking at a millennium and a half of history that's still standing, but alongside them you see the gardens that also have centuries of history but are still functional living gardens today that bear produce that feed the city. So at the moment we are at the edge of the old walls of Istanbul, which were built in the 5th century by the Emperor Theodosius, and they stood uncompromised against numerous attacks for a millennium until 1453, when Mehmet the Conqueror finally came rolling through and bombarded them with cannonball fire, which was a new technology at the time. And the Ottomans took the city then, but the walls are still standing in many large sections, and they're very inspiring for me to look at and to kind of wander through, because they're a reminder of how deep and rich the city's history is. Directly adjacent to the walls is a long stretch of what is called bostan in Turkish, which means like urban or market garden. And these gardens also have a very long and rich history. They've been farmed for centuries, and they are still active and still alive to this day, and you can buy the produce from them today as well. So just behind us is Yedi Kule, which means 7 towers. Before the Ottoman conquest, there were just 3 towers, but then Mehmet the Conqueror turned it into a complex by adding 4 more towers, hence Yedi Kule, 7 towers. And it was used as a prison and as a dungeon, and political prisoners were held there. There are a number of methods of transportation that one can use to get from the European side to the Anatolian side of Istanbul. And I think most would agree that the nicest way is to go by ferry. So we got on the ferry on the European side at Eminönü, and we're taking it to Kadıköy on the Asian side. Now, some people have described this as the most beautiful commute on earth, and I might have to agree with that, because as you can see, right now we're looking at the point where the Marmara Sea meets the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn. You can see the historical peninsula. The journey takes just about 25 minutes, but it's absolutely wonderful, and even though I've been riding this ferry for 10 years now, it's something that I just never get sick of, and I never take it for granted, because it's a truly magnificent experience. And I think even though many Istanbul residents use it as a commute for work, I think most people really enjoy it. So now we're going to the Kadıköy Farmers Market, which was recently opened just a few months ago. And it's the first market in Istanbul consisting of vendors who sell produce that they raised all in villages within the province of Istanbul. So we're going to go and hopefully find some of the city's best fresh produce. So we're here at the Kadıköy Farmers Market. I'm here with Murat, who is from the village of Göçbeyli in the in the district of Pendik on the Anatolian side. And everything that he's selling here is from his own garden. Herkes kendi ürünleridir. Evet. Dışarıdan alıp satma gibi. So I think now we're going to do a little bit of shopping. Ben yarım kilo salatalık alalım. Yarım domates alacağım. Bir de böyle yarım kilo karışık acı tatlı biber alalım. Bunlar çok değişik bir şeye benziyor yani.
Renk olarak, görüntü olarak California biber diyoruz.
They call these California peppers. Yarım kilo yapıyorsun değil mi abi?
Evet abi.
Çok sağ ol. Ne kadar borcum?
10 lira ver yeter. Teşekkür ederim.
Çok teşekkür ederiz. Teyzeciğim, siz Pendik Göçbeyli köyündensiniz değil mi?
Evet, Pendik Göçbeyli köyünden.
Yani tüm ürünler oradan mı geliyor?
Evet, tüm ürünlerimiz Göçbeyli'den geliyordur, bahçe ürünlerimizdir. Artı bunlar hep denetimden geçmiş ürünlerdir ve bütün fidelerini, tohumlarını İmamoğlu vermiştir bize.
It's a çelebi, it's not Evliya Çelebi. Hezarfen Ahmet Çelebi. Oh, that's an easy one. It's Arıgüler, the Eye of Istanbul. Normally, it would have been around midnight, but not anymore because on Friday and Saturdays the train runs all night. That means that it's received all of its shots by the city and released back onto the streets, so it won't harm anyone if it bites them, hopefully. It's either Bağcılar or Esenyurt. I'm going to say Esenyurt. I'm happy with my score as a neighborhood muhtar. As you can see, the sun is setting. That's all from us. See you next time.